Hello, everyone. Welcome to another scene for Sept of the Howling Winds, a Werewolf the Apocalypse venue set in San Diego, California. So, this scene we have Elias, who has summoned his protege for a conversation and a gift.
Adelheid, when he's like he's summoned by Elias, he's like, oh, he starts running. It's like the great Jarl shouldn't wait. Um, his loyalties is really high. An elder taking someone as a protege in his mind is really he's really lucky. Um, Especially as this guy is really powerful to claim the position of great Jarl. He runs and then when he sights Elias, he slows down and in the uh respectful distance he will show his throat and flop, and he won't have
um,
any hesitation about this.
yeah, Elias will just reach down and tap his throat and give him a hand to help him up.
He gets up. Thank you, Raya.
Problem. So, first order of business, little, some wouldn't necessarily, I don't know, unpleasant, maybe for you. Um, when Cassia challenged Isadora bit on the ground, I need to know why you did that.
The Adelaide again. He doesn't look down because that's a sign of weakness, and he doesn't also look his eyes as well because that's a sign of challenge. Metalhide says, "I Raya, it's really simple. I understand the necessity of having Farah and working with them, but I think the sept of the Garu shouldn't have been challenged by a Farah.
Why do you think Garu are better than Farah?
I don't think Garu are better than Farah.
You just said that you think Garu are better than Farah
I
because you don't
said,
think a Farah should be able to challenge for a Garu sept. It's a
yeah,
cairn. Cairns are cairns. They're all the same source of power. They give gnosis, have spirits bound to them. Whether a Garu or a Farah is in charge, it matters not. I support the integration of Garu and Farah and working together alongside, having equal rights, which means the right to challenge. So you spit on the ground at something that I'm trying to work hard to support? How does that make me look?
Adelheid still doesn't look down. With all due respect, Raya, I also support. No, it's completely okay. By the way, it's completely okay. I was waiting for this kind of shit to happen, and I'm really cool because this shit needs to happen anyway.
For sure.
Adelheid, he knows this guy's an elder, but at the same time, Adelheid is in the mind of I can just have an opinion, and
For sure.
I have a right to defend that opinion. He just says I am, with all due respect, Raya. Firstly, I didn't knew that you were working for this, and secondly, while I agree, the Farah should be able to work together with the Garu, I don't agree that we should all have packs. And this is my personal opinion. If we are all about understanding and respecting each other's views, why my view is a problematic one? I spit on the ground. I knew my intentions I knew what those things meant, and am I hope I'm an adult or seen as one who can make decisions and make amends. If I'm did something disrespectful to an elder in an unjust way, I will find ways and show tribute and show my throat and flop in front of that elder.
You are entitled to your opinion. You are entitled to feel however you would like to feel. However, a show of disgust by spitting on the ground in public is not an appropriate way to voice your opinion.
That is correct, Raya.
That is what I'm upset about. Not that you have a differing opinion, that you did it in a way that is childish. You are better than that.
He nods. You're correct, Raya. Your wisdom, it surpasses mine. I should have been better, and I will be.
I have no doubts.
I was planning to talk with an individual named Rose
He nods.
to learn more about the Pharaoh.
You should definitely do that. She is the daughter of Cassia.
I also publicly voiced my opinion, saying the mother has chosen us and she had a wisdom when she put us to our duties, and we should all work together for Gaia.
He nods. All shifters were put here for Gaia. But please talk with Farah, get to know them and their struggles. You might find that they go through much the same things we do.
My When I was young, I was told Farah doesn't. They have failed in their duties to defend Gaia.
Propaganda to keep the divide alive.
I believe that is the same thing that has been we say about the Wendigo. They couldn't keep their cairns and we take it. As oh,
He
see,
nods.
that's the worst lie of Get a Ferris. That's
I
like the
know
worst
it's
lie.
so it is so bad. That is
Like
so bad.
Adelheid like has this like non-smiley but goofy face. Like we know that's a fucking lie.
We know that that's fucking bullshit. So yeah,
Yeah.
so it's the
You
same.
want to
It's the
talk about
same kind of lie.
you
Like
want to talk about lies? Look at Silverfang propaganda about the Shadow Lords.
I know, right? Fuck. Anyway, so yeah, no. Elias nods. Like yes, that is the worst concocted bullshit I've ever heard in my life. Um,
Adelheid takes a deep breath, like God damn it, like like he doesn't say God damn it or anything like that, but just like that kind of like a sigh of like
like he made a
frustration.
realization that he was fed bullshit. Um,
Yeah, exactly.
yes, character development. I love it. Um,
The I will talk with Rose and apologize from the elder. You're right. I can have opinion, and I shouldn't have been disrespectful. That is below me.
he nods. Thank you.
No, thank you, Raya. Your wisdom is the thing that keeps us together, and this wisdom will keep us together when every Get realizes who is the great Jarl. Did I cut off?
No,
Oh, okay.
he nods. Uh, now that that business is dealt with, I have something for you. that I've been working on. And he pulls a pair of fingerless leather gloves out of his pocket. Just finished it today. Fetish will help you fight better, be not necessarily stronger, but more effective in your strike. He hands them to him.
Adelheid is he like looks like he's not he's not like it's not like he's believing it. He is just surprised. Like his hand goes and he looks at his Raya and he says, "But Raya, why?
This is my gift to you.
You you honor me. I don't deserve it."
Yes, you do. You are a great warrior, and this will help you be greater. You help fight the corrupt, the unjust. This will help you do that better. You are my protege. You deserve it.
Adelheid nods. Is there anything I can do to be more deserving of such mentor?
Continue to grow in your progress. Continue to learn from your mistakes. It is okay for you to make them. Just learn from them.
He nods.
And how about you take some friends and go find Golgol Fangs first and get his support for me. Last I heard, he was somewhere in the Amazon.
He nods. I'm trying to join the Fireflies.
Firefly.
I owe a great debt to the Gabby. Her mother saved my mother. If she forgives a debt, I don't know what I'm about to do. But this is a great mission and it will be done. I will take a sport. Oh, Bloodfire. Bloodfire. He says Bloodfire then. He doesn't say
Yeah.
Fireflies. I'm sorry.
It's okay. He nods. They're a good pack.
Before, as he looks around, before anybody comes in, Raya, I need to say a really quick idea that I had.
I'll nod.
I need your wisdom for it. My mother always tells me that I need to read about more about the human history to understand humans. It helps me understand their motives and it's just good to read. It keeps me busy. I was reading about this Roman history. As he says it, like it's like really distant, unlike normal humans who says it. There was this three powerful individual who made an alliance. They ruled a kingdom because of their alliance. I got an idea. For too long, we have been shackled by the Silverfangs. The Margrave has done what Silverfangs couldn't do in 100 years. He did it in 15 in
Indeed.
Europe. That is no lie. And we have been shackled. We have been always trying to fight the good war. But it's not a secret that we had our mistakes. We always called Shadow Lords those liars and fed by the lies of the Silverfangs. But it's not lie to that they have been managing and doing things in Europe and even here. We also had many problems with the Black Furies. I am close to you, who you are the great Jarl of Fenris. Why we don't try to create an alliance while we're trying to reach Farah? The nation is also bleeding. With your permission, I want to reach Veronica and Gabby. One of them is an Adrian with great renown, loved by Farah, respected by Farah. The other is the mentor of our Alpha, who's representative of the Margrave. We can tell them about this alliance, this triumvirate, as he says, because, oh, see, that was what it calls in old
Yep.
Rome.
Triumvirate. He gives a little bit of a smile at that, a triumvirate. He likes
Mhm.
that idea.
Where three tribes coming together, trying to help each other, trying to solve problems all by themselves. And in the future, those tribes who sees this alliance shaping and with some luck of Gaia giving fruits, they will probably ask to join as well. Wasn't it the child of Gaia who was keep searching for unity? It will give them a chance if everything goes to according to the plan. They will have their unity. One by one, we can even unite the nation in a way that it wasn't being united. And this will show Silverfangs wasted the blessing of Luna to lead us all. I'm not trying to do this just to mess with Silverfangs, but I think an alliance can benefit a lot.
He nods. This is an idea that I have also been entertaining. I've been speaking with Mari Cabra, our alpha, as well. Triumvirate sounds like a fantastic idea. I think that the time of having an absolute ruler like a high king is over. We should have a council of multiple tribes, and the council elects one leader to speak for the council. Triumvirate, whichever.
So, like, that moment Adelheid kind of gets like technical, but like
Mm-hmm.
Adelheid getting technical is kind of looks dumb.
Just
So,
yeah, just
so,
play your character. It's fine.
so like I'm just explaining like his facial structure kind of looks dumb. So he says
Oh
like the
yeah, like
so like triumvirate means three individuals leading. I think there are more than three tribes.
there
So,
are more than 3 tribes, so we should not have a triumvirate. We should have a council.
but the council can start with the triumvirate as he's still technical and like he's like moving his
Or
fingers.
here's what we can do. So we can have a council, and then we can have a triumvirate that speaks for the council. So there are 3 leaders instead of one,
I was
which might
raised.
which might be better because having one absolute leader does no good for the nation as we High King Albrecht has been better than most before him, but he's getting wary, tired, and I really don't want some young, arrogant, probably Russian Silverfang to come and claim the crown. No, the time of High King should end with Jonas Albrecht.
The My mentor was a silent strider. Not mentor, sorry. The den mother. And she said there's like the tribes of pariah tribes, tribes of leadership on honor, and tribes of war and glory. She said Getafenris, Vendigo, and Fianna are the war and glory. The Shuttle Lords, Children of Gaia, and Silverfang are the leadership and honor. And the pariah ones, the Red Talons, Glasswalkers, and the Bonars. I was surprised why he didn't count himself among one of those tribes. But and there's the tribes of mystery and wisdom. Black Furies, Uktena, and Stargazers. He kind of like looks, maybe members can be chosen from those different type of tribes. But this is not up to me or anything like that. I It's just
But
an
your
idea.
but your input is welcome. We will start with myself, Mari Cabra, and Isadora. We will reach out to other tribes to send their representatives, someone that they elect as to speak for them, preferably an Athro or Elder. And we'll see what happens.
Is there a rebellion going on? Anybody who is challenging the claim, Raya?
None that I've heard yet, thankfully. But I'm ready in case someone does come to challenge.
I have one last question, if you don't mind me asking.
Of course not.
What about the Blood Eagle? His aunt.
How would you like her handled if she come?
I want to challenge her. I want to tell her crimes to her face. If she's a get,
Then if she sets foot on this sept, she will be remanded and will wait for you to challenge her. She won't
What
get a
the?
chance to attack if that's her intent.
I don't think she's dishonorable. I think there's a shred of honor still remaining in her.
He'll nod.
So I don't think she will try to attack this sept. But she will come to me to understand or to punish me. If she howls, I will howl back. I'm. She's in an afro, but my ancestors are with me. And the wisdom of my mentor.
He nods. Okay. I hope that she still holds her dignity and doesn't embarrass herself.
Adelheid, like he wants to say something, but he doesn't. He just like keeps his mouth shut. He just like he's just like it's not about Elias or what he said. It's just the thought around is just pissing him off.
Yeah, of course. And Adelheid still cares for his aunt, so Elias is just
Kinda,
cold.
sorta.
He's just
No,
cold.
to be honest, like there is like he wants to give her like basically Adelheid wants to tell what she has done, and
Oh, okay.
if she doesn't like accept those things, there will be like basically like two get saying things and they're disagreeing, then someone has to die. Like she can say no, you fuck you, and basically the
Hmm.
get way, like Adelaide is still about like that life of like if she has a problem with what I say, I'm not backing down.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, Elias will notice that he was gonna say something and then he doesn't, and he doesn't try and coax anything out of him. He'll just say, uh, actually, he won't say anything. He'll just kind of watch him, and then, uh, yeah, and then he'll notice someone is approaching. It is you.
Which you see Veronica looking arrogant as ever. She's in Hamid form, has a clave on her, like sheath on her side, of course. So are you guys like outside? Like, I didn't hear what you guys said you were. Like, I don't know if you're at a lodge or something.
um, just kind of at the same place he was at earlier by the lake in a
Okay.
remote spot.
Veronica sees Aldehyde, just has a serious look and just regards them.
He nods.
She gives something thought. You, I'd like to talk to on the plan with the Thunderworm.
Does she looks at the Adelheid?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Adelheid nods.
You
I
seem to
have
be one of the few people have major interest.
Elias will give them some room to talk. He'll stay like there listening, but he's already heard this, so he knows what Veronica's going to say to Adelheid
Yep.
because he was there when he and Seeker were talking. He and Seeker were the ones talking about it. So yeah, it was great. So yeah, but he'll just kind of give them some room to talk. And
The warder said that you were the one who's leading the mission.
I am. And I'm
You need a
taking this.
beta.
You'd be perfect for that role. Out of game, I want people outside my pack to do the beta thing so they can.
No. Oh, see, it makes sense. The I was going to say yes.
Get offender's input would be very appreciated with this because we're gonna be fighting this on various fronts.
I have heard there are more than just a thunderworm, but I thought it was just a rumor. So
No. There is a hive inside that thunderworm. That's what makes it so dangerous.
Adelaide is like, wait, what? There's a
Seeker has informed me about this. There is a hive inside that.
that thunderworm is a brood mother, which means is the biggest thunderworm that you can ever encounter. And black spirals really enjoy making hives in the bellies of brood mothers.
well. I guess it's a problem then.
Well, this is why it was good, because I brought up to my husband, as well as there's been talk with various tribes around here. The Octenet brought up getting the Thunderworm to I'm gonna, because I don't remember the choice of words she used out of game, I'm gonna say regurgitate the hive or get it out of her body, and they would lose some of their power, and we could deal with them like that. Is one of the strategies. But we'd also need to purify it for this to happen.
We need to purify the.
Thunderworm.
Elias raises his hand.
She looks at Elias, like knowing that the Thayer jar will know a little more on that detail than myself.
So I was the one speaking with Seeker on this yesterday, and your husband, Veronica.
I
There
have heard
is
you're working on that.
there is a cairn nearby where the thunderworm is. It fell. It was an Uktena cairn. It has been. I am working on restoring it. But there was a very big bane imprisoned there, and Seeker of the Ancient Ways has been tasked with tending the bane because she cares very much about banes. Uktena weirdness shakes his head.
She
It works.
she
It does.
cares for the Banes.
She is tending the bane. Um, Banes can be very useful if they are kept on friendly terms. So I don't oppose this action as long as she keeps the bane under control. We believe that this is what has caused the thunderworm to be attracted to the area was the bane. It doesn't appear to have any intention of attacking the cairn itself or even coming to attack ours. Just thunderworms and banes have sort of kinship sometimes. We want we're securing the cairn, and we want the thunderworm to guard it. It is possible for the thunderworm to be controlled, but it needs to be cleansed and the hive expelled from its body.
She gives a look to Elias when she is allowed to speak, because Seeker told her some ideas and she brought up other ones.
Yep. And that's basically he was just giving the rundown of the situation of why. I mean, other than the fact that it's really stupid to try and kill something that is that big,
It
um,
is.
but why the Thunderworm needs to be kept, not destroyed.
Yeah.
So he was just giving the rundown of the situation for that. And he's finished. Veronica can speak.
Seeker wants to use water elemental and storm spirits. Me being having close ties to Grandfather Thunder, and as well as being looked favorably upon him, I suggested summoning him because he can bring both rain and lightning. And it gives us the advantage of we could purify it, and then when the spirals are out, we could strike them down while having Aruns or other tribes such as the Geta Fenris to weed them out.
One of the things we need to be careful of is while we do this, there may be individuals that the black spirals keep outside of the thunderworm.
Funny thing about that. So one of my other ideas of bringing up, aside from looking into the city, is getting around false information for them to feed their Karen members. I want to look into like who's around there and what they're doing. Psychological warfare. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it.
As I was saying, Adelheid goes. The If it's a hive, it's probably individuals looking around the moving thunderbane. There needs to be scouting teams. They probably don't want to be blind in that thing. We can learn more information by capturing scouts as well, along along with the Veronica's idea.
That's a good idea as well. Keep tabs on them.
I can get like two guys, Lash and I don't know another fighter, get the jump on the scouts, try to find them. If we can just fall back.
I know another recommendation too. His name is backwards compatible. He's another one that's good at getting in stealthily.
He nods. We can get like if there's a scouting team, we can kill. We can hopefully try to go as in sneak attack, capture one, question him, sacrifice him to the spirits after he's done talking.
She smiles in approval with the mention of sacrifice.
Would
It
you
would
be
be.
okay with that, Raya?
Out of game, are you directing that to me or?
No, he wouldn't call you Raya. He calls it to Elias.
What did he say?
Would you be okay with that, Raya? Going after the scouts, capturing scouts, trying to get more information.
I'm okay with that. Yes. Make sure you keep. Although Veronica, you are the leader of the mission. Keep the worm foe in the loop.
I have informed her I'm keeping the worm foe in the loop. I've already.
No.
Um,
Very good.
my nephew offered to help her in her vampire mission.
And she told me about the vampires as well. I also told her I will be there if she needs me.
My nephew could actually mess with the security cameras.
The Veronica, so it seems, as I understood, that I will go for the scouts if I can find any,
Mm-hmm.
and you will try to give them false information, and then we will continue with the plan.
Yes.
So this is the beginning steps of our plan.
It is.
I need to ask that I didn't understand the term expel. I have to say this. I want to
Um,
understand the
means
how it will work. That's my problem. I don't understand it.
The least explicit way I could put is like regurgitate or remove.
yeah. So when you purify an object, anything that's inside of it that's not pure will be gotten rid of. So like if there's if you cleanse the taint from something and it has something tainted inside of it, it will automatically try and get rid of whatever is the tainted thing in it. So um,
Ooh.
the hive will be expelled from the thunderworm after she's cleansed. It's like trying to remove a cancer, basically.
Basically, like Adelheid listens this and then says, basically we're gonna trap them in their own stronghold.
We are, yes.
So if it's indeed a stronghold, there are probably scouting teams. And Veronica is right. We need to keep them under the false information. We can just say that we are more interested in the vampires for now, so um they won't expect any
Attack.
attack. Hmm, he nods.
And I'm sure they have some allies as well, so I'd like to get their allies to bicker among each other. If they can't coordinate, we have the advantage.
I agree. The When we first came to the city, it felt like the black spirals were connected to the city. They had places of their own. There was this hive in the city that we entered. It was way before when I first arrived here. And one of the things we found out was that they actually had connections in the city. After handling the hive and after handling the thunderworm and the problems, that may be another focus for us because we're close to the city. Our kin goes there. A safer San Diego would be safer Sept.
I agree.
The is there Do we know anything about the vampire problem, or everything we need to talk is done regarding the thunderworm?
Gabby's the one who knows the most about the vampire problem. I've heard bits and pieces. There's also a Pentex problem, so I have a feeling the three of these things are connected.
What's Pentex?
Looks at Elias. Believe he should explain it better.
Um, Pentex is a it is a company that is like a big corporation that directly works against everything that we try to do. And they will actively perform experiments on Garu, things like that. Um, I wasn't here, but you were, Adelheid, when you rescued Kate. She was part of a Pentex experiment.
Is this corporation is like San Diego Burgers kind of corporation or Burger King kind of corporation?
Bigger.
Bigger. They have subsidiaries everywhere.
Adelheid's mind is blown right now. He's like,
The vampires that you're hunting was working with Pentex to experiment on Garu.
So many problems they need to be solved as well.
This is why I brought up to the Wormfoe, my nephew. I brought up a suggestion about the psychological warfare he offered to hack in their systems. Some of them could be the security camera. I brought up an idea to make it look like maybe one of the other vampires is screwing over one of their allies and have them argue.
Creating an inner conflict would be very good. An enemy who's not ready to fight is weaker enemy to conquer.
Exactly.
I have one last question regarding the Thunderworm. Are we going to cleanse the Thunderworm in a way where we trap it and then cleanse it? Is it our plan is basically after we handle the scouts and the uh, create a false sense of security inside of the Thunderworm? Will we try to create a trap for the Thunderworm to fall into so we can cleanse it? Or it will be different?
From what I understand, the Thunderworm's not really going anywhere or causing a problem. So a lot of it is wanting to give the spirals to make sure they don't know what's going on, and then slowly cleanse it a bit at a time. Seeker, some of the others that are helping me on this are the ones that are the Theurges are coming up with a better plan on how to do this correctly.
Is it, as he looks at his mentor, is it possible to cleanse such a big creature with time without the spirals noticing, or we need to trap this big creature
These
in a way?
spirals, from what I'm aware, don't have any reason to feel threatened because we've been leaving them alone. So, the best thing for me, Seeker has the right idea with making deals with water spirits to create a large cleansing because it is such a large creature. However, here is my idea. There is a large body of water not too far away. It's called the Salton Sea. Now, the water itself is a little dirty, but if we cleanse the water, and it will be, and then it will act as a large cleansing agent, we can get the thunderworm in the water. The thunderworm can't move in the water, so it will cleanse and drive the spirals out. And then
The
once the spirals are out and the thunderworm is cleansed, we can get it out of the water and back into its lair.
the Thunderworm needs a reason to go into the water, and we can be those reasons as well.
We
If it's,
can. Yes, it will need to be directed. Lured.
I I can run fast. I don't think I can run faster than that big ass Thunderworm, but well, I can run. I see merit in both ideas, but I like the idea of choosing the place of the battle, which is your idea, Raya. If we prepare the Salton Sea, we will control the environment.
He nods.
We can prepare it for as an ambush. Do you agree with this, Veronica? You're the author of the mission.
I do agree with this plan. It makes things a little simpler.
Then I presume we have our missions. We will still try to keep the spirals confused with your actions in the city. I will try to get the scouts out of the way, and then we will try to cleanse the water.
Where is the water? How far is the water from here that you were thinking of? She looks at
From
Elia.
here, it's about 2 hours northeast.
Okay.
It's only about 30 minutes from the Thunderworm's location.
So it's in between both this Karen and the other Karen that's being.
It is, yes.
Because the other idea I talked to my husband was when that Karen also gets ready, they could use that totem spear to also attack. That's a possibility. But now I'm almost wondering with all these ideas, like if that's even necessary. Because the idea is trying to get that totem a little stronger.
Yeah, don't worry about that. I've got that covered.
I appreciate that.
He smiled.
I will try to get the Cora to get a spirit that blesses for the scouting. Maybe wind to cover our tracks or something to make us look less visible. Little Tearge needs to grow up.
He nods. Yes, I agree with that.
It's a good idea.
Raya, as he looks at Elias and then he turns towards the Veronica. Yuff, my mother is not feeling well today. And then he turns to Elias again. Do I have your permission, Raya? I need to speak. Make sure my mom is okay.
Of course, you are excused.
You know, it's. He turns to the Veronica and says, "Thank you for the privilege.
You're welcome.
It will be my honor to serve to the Sept."
I look forward to working with you.
Me too. He turns slowly and moves to go his house.
Okay. Veronica, or Kim, did you have anything else for Veronica to do in this scene?
Not really.
Okay. Then we will end the scene here. Thank you, players, for playing, and thank you, watchers, for watching. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.